Hello student, this is Kishore here to discuss on the topic of nature of management. Here you will learn the nature of management. So what is nature? Here we will discuss the nature. Nature means matching the management style with other subject. Here we try to find match and comparison of management with other subject or era where management rule, procedure or principle are same or similar. So we will find the area or subject where the similarity with the management are there. Earlier management practices had been done or used in form of the rules and regulation that has been grown out of the uh, experience of government and commerce activities. Different management experts have a different opinion, view, connotations that highlights the different aspects of nature. So here three type of nature of management are there. First, nature is management as an art. Here we will discuss or emphasize on art. What is art? Art is a skills which is applied by the person as per their imagination or as per their style. If you want to be a artist, a great artist, so first of all you have to take the theoretical knowledge of the particular art, and after that you will apply your own images as per your desired goal. It can be acquired through study, observation, and experiences. And since art is concerned with personal application of knowledge, whatever knowledge you have of any kind of art, you have to utilize that as per your imagination or as per your style. The basic feature of an art are followed. So what kind of feature of art is there? So I am explaining, or side by side I will comparison with the management. First is existence of the theoretical knowledge. Art presupposes the existence of certain theoretical knowledge. If you want to be a perfect artist, so first of all theoretical knowledge, or you can say any course, or you can say any degree you have to complete. Through degree, through course, you will complete the theoretical knowledge, and expert in their respective area have derived certain basic principle which are applicable to the particular form of art. For example, if you want to be a singer, so first of all you have to take the theoretical knowledge or complete the degree or course in singer, and after completion the singing education or taken the theoretical knowledge, you will utilize your personal skills in different area. Maybe you are the classical singer, maybe you are the playback singer, maybe you are the ghazal singer, or maybe you are the bhajan and etc singer. In which zone you want to go, it's depend on your personal skill, or maybe you are the versatile. So it is depend on the theoretical knowledge as well as your skill where you will apply. Similarly in the management, if you want to be a manager or successful manager, so first of all you have to take the degree of management, or you have to take the theoretical knowledge of the management by completing the course, whether the BBA or MBA, UG or PG. Because if you do this thing, then you will take the theoretical knowledge. So we can say कि management just like an art, because first point similar to the art, so we can say कि management just like a art. Point number second, personalized application. The use of the basic knowledge varies from individual to individual. Or here I want to say, for example, two dancers, two speaker, two actor, or two writers will always different in demonstrate their arts. Just now, in the first point, I have given the example of singer. Now I will give the example of the dancer. If two dancers are there, they both have completed the theoretical knowledge or completed the UG and PG course, and after that, one expert in the classical dancer and another expert in the another dance. So it's depend of your skill or your art. So second point say कि personalized application, कि where you will utilize or application your skills or your art. Point number 3, based on practice and creativity. If you want to be expert in your art or in your dance or in your playback singing or singing, then you have to do daily practice and you have to be creativity. Daily practice means if you if you do the practice of the singing every day, number of hours, so what will be, you will be the perfect, or whatever singing you will get the opportunity of the singing, then you can grab because you have practices lots of hour. Now you are ready to sing any kind of song in your own style. And similarly, in the case of the art or painting, if you want to be a great painter, so your imagination whatever is there, you have to practice daily, and whatever creativity in your mind or imagination you have to convert on the paper in different way, then you can be the perfect singer or perfect artist. Similarly, in the management, if you have completed the management degree, you have taken the theoretical knowledge of management, now you have to go for the job or internship. During internship, you will do practice with the subordinate or with the superior, then you will able to tackle the problems, if whatever scenario is there and whatever problem is there, and how you will tackle that problem. So third point, again similarity with the management, or again similar with the art and management both just like the same. So management can be said to be an art since it satisfied the following criteria. First, a successful manager practice the art of management in the day-to-day job of managing an enterprise based on study, observation, experience. Just like I discussed to you, if you want to be a successful management, first of all you have to take the theoretical knowledge, then you have to do the practice, you have to be imagination, you have to be good communicator, you have to be take the initiative, you have to be observe, you have to take the experience, then you will be the successful manager. So we can say yes, management just like as an art. Now we will go to another point, management as a science. This is the second nature of management. Now we will comparison of management with science subject. So first of all, I clear here what is the meaning of science. What we understand with the term of science. Science depend on the rules and regulation, or you can say some principles, which is found by the observer or scientists as per the lots of experiences or observation or a repetition of the observation, and whatever science rules are there, that is applicable as universe. So let's we see the characteristics of science first. First is systematized body of knowledge. Science is a systematic body of knowledge. Its principles are based on the cause and effect relationship. Similarly, in the management, management has their own principle, which is based on the experience and the observation. So, according to the first point, we can say कि yes, management just like a science, because science have their own principle which is based on the cause and effect, and similarly we have the management has the own principle which is based on the observation and the experiences. Point number second, principle based on experimentation. In the science, whatever experiment you want whatever principle you want to prove, you have to do experimentation for that. Scientific principles are first developed through observation and then tested through repetition, experimentation under control condition. Similarly, in the management, whatever principle, whether the principle is fundamental principle or scientific principle, both principle based on the observation, based on the utilization, or based on the experiences, and they test again and again, then these principle has been propounded by the expertise. So second point of this nature, कि principle based on experimentation. Similarly, management principle based on the experiment basis. So we can say कि management just like a science. Point number three, validity, universal validity. Scientific principles have universal validity and application. You or we can take the example of the gravity law. कि whatever we will throw in the air, so that thing will come down on the earth. And wherever you will do, result will be the same. And whatever repetition you will do in this or under this experiment, and result will be the same. But in case of the management, universal validity is not up to that level, because management principle may be different outcomes when we apply same principle if different area or different factors. That's why according to the point number 3, we can say कि management not like a pure science, it is just like a science, because its validity, universal validity is not up to that level. Based on the above features, we can say that management has some characteristics of management, because management is just a behavioral science, not exact science. Because in exact science, every department of science have their experiment lab. In the lab, they tested all experiment lots of time, and whatever result is come, then we prove it. But in the management, no laboratories are there. That's why we can say it is just based on the observation and the experience. So here we can say कि management just like a science. Now point number next, the principle of management has evolved over a period of time based on repetition, experience and observation in different type of organization. Similarly, I told earlier कि it is based on the experiments and all, no lab is there, and this is the study of the human being. This is the study of the human behavior. The outcome of these experiments are not capable to being accurately, or we can say कि predicted or replicated. So result will not come same if we use the principle of management in same type of the organization. Point number 3. Since the principle of management are not as exact as the principle of science, just now I prove you कि no laboratories are there, no similarity of the principle are there in with the science. So we can say कि management just like a behavioral science or just like a simple science, it is not pure science just like a biochemistry and physics. Now we will move to the third nature or last nature of management, that is management as a profession. Now here you all aware about the profession. Profession means this is also a economic activity through we can earn more and more money. But one specialized skill or specialized knowledge is required, specialized degree is required in the profession. So let's we discuss the point. A profession has the following characteristics. First, well defined body of knowledge. All professions are based on the well defined body of knowledge that can be acquired through instruction. Similarly, in the management, if you want to be a manager, so first of all, you have to take the management degree, management knowledge through any institution, through any university, etc. So we can say कि management just like a profession. Point number second, restricted entry. The entry to a profession is restricted through an examination or through acquiring an educational degree. For example, to become a chartered accountant in India, a candidate has to clear specific examination conducted by Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. So this is the example. If you want to be something in the profession, because management is a profession in which you can earn lots of money, but if you want to be a manager, then you have to do the special course under any special universities or any institution. So we can say management just like a profession. Point number 3, professional association. All professionals are affiliated to a professional association which regulate entry, grants, certificate or practice and formulate and enforce a code of conduct. To be able to practice in India law, have to become member of Bar Council, which regulates and control their activities. So every profession has the code of conduct. Similarly, in the management have code of conduct or not? Because you have done key management as a profession, but in the management, no proper code of conduct is there. In the point number 3, we can say every profession has the code of conduct. Here I will give the example of the doctor and teacher. They have the code of conduct. Teacher cannot give the corporal punishment to the student, and doctor uh, cannot misbehave with the patient, whether patient is crying or not crying. So these are the code of conduct or boundaries or are limitation. But in case of the management, no code of conduct is there, no limitation is there. So in third point we can say management is just not like a profession. Point number next, ethics code of conduct. Just I discuss among you. Code of conduct means your ethics and all these things, your limitations. Again I read कि all profession are bound by a code of conduct, means rules and regulation which guide the behavior of its member, how to behave with the others or with the clients, or teacher with the student, doctor with the patients. And these are the code of conduct. But again, in this term, for the management, here no code of conduct. Point number fifth, service motive. The basic motive of a profession is to serve their clients' interests by rendering dedicated and committed service. Whatever profession is there, we have to serve the service. Our main emphasize on the best service to the client, or you can say to the concerned person. If doctor is there, then you have to give best service to the patient. Teacher is there, give the best service to the student. And lawyer is there, best service to the clients. So similarity in the management, managers all are serve the services and they charge the money. And main motive is that they have to give their best service, best decision, best planning, best organizing, etc. So in the fifth point, again we can say that yes, management just like a profession. Management does not meet the exact criteria of the profession. Just I earlier discussed to you, the one point code of conduct is not there. However, it does not have some of the feature of the profession. First, all over the world, there is marked growth in the management as a discipline, and it is based on the systematical body knowledge comparison well defined. Earlier I told you you have to take the special degree of the management, then you can be a manager. Next is there is no restriction on any being designating or appointed as manager in any business enterprises. Anyone can be called as a manager irrespective of the educational qualification process. So, unlike professionals such a medicine or law, which require a practicing doctor or lawyer to possess valid degree. But in case of the management, if father is manager, he has their own business, and we can depute to the son for the manager whether he has the degree or no degree. So here we can say कि management is not fulfilling this point. There are several associations of the practicing manager in India, like IMA, All India Management Association, that has laid down a code of conduct to regulate the activities of their member. There is, however, no compulsion for manager to be member of such an association, nor does it have any statutory backing. So I told you the code of conduct is there, but is not implement for the manager. So we can say management not just like a profession. So last point, the basic purpose of management is to help the organization achieve its stated goal. So through the management, we can achieve the goal whatever our boss or whatever top management has fixed. Thank you everyone. So this was the entire topic in which we already discussed the three nature of management. First is management as an art, second management as a science, and last is management just like a profession. Thank you all of you. Thanks.